What's up, everybody? George Kelly here. I am your regional technology trainer and data analyst for the greater PA region of Keller Williams Realty. And as always, joined by, usually I'm the co host on these calls. So this is where I like to be like, and joined today by my even more important co host, Michelle McBride. Tell them a little bit
Hello.
about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm the regional director for the greater Pennsylvania region. We encompass the entire state of Pennsylvania, the entire state of Delaware, and the best parts of New Jersey, about 2/3 of the state of New Jersey.
Just the best parts.
That's the best parts of New Jersey. George, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Big win for the Eagles yesterday. And so that's really all that matters in the world. But most importantly, Michelle, I've been noticing in studying the data from across the region that the lowering of interest rates, just the slight tick down of mortgage interest rates, has almost re-kicked off a little bit of a buyer frenzy. We're seeing days on market, just sort of as I analyze them like week by week. Days on market have slightly ticked down across the region. And I feel like it's a combo platter of that, just let me get in before the school year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, if the rates continue down, we're going to need listings heavy.
We're going to need listings. It's also, when you think about people who may want to get their home sold by the end of the year, this is the time of year that we typically do see just a natural kind of uptick. I think in conjunction with the Fed dropping interest rates last week, or dropping the basis point last week, I think we are going to see a strong fall selling season, George, which is like what we all are hoping will happen. All of us that have been in real estate for a while know, the fall it can be a very, very good market for us. So looking forward to seeing what comes this fall.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this has to rewind, 60, 90 days back, which is why we host business planning clinics in October, right? We're not talking about business planning for January in January, right? You have to plan that stuff now, because the reality is, Michelle, if there's a natural sort of, we're seeing around a 40-day across the region, around a 40-day days on market, okay? So if something is 40 days on market, if you take that listing today, it's not until November 1st that it actually goes under contract. And then at November 1st, if you average a 45-day closing, you're looking then at a mid-December close. So all the data we're analyzing now, if you rewind us back about 90 days, was the efforts of our agents being put in the middle of the summer.
Yep, you got it.
So while I don't live there, let's take a look at one of my favorite states. We're going to start off today by looking at our friends down in the great state of Delaware. Oh, hold on. I've got the wrong slide up, of course. Here we go.
I think let's just position for those of you who are watching us for the first time. George and I come on every month to just show you where Keller Williams is in terms of closed units compared to all of our key competitors in the areas that we have market centers, which are what we call our offices. So when we're looking at the data, what we're really trying to do is to say, how is the Keller Williams brand compared to all of the other real estate brands inside of the different areas that we serve? So I think that's an important thing to start with, George. I think the other thing that I will add is that all of our data comes from MLSs. So when the data that you are seeing is third-party data, it's not our data. So it's a really important, I want to make sure that everybody understands before we dive into it, our data comes from a third-party source, Bright MLS, and a couple of the other MLSs that our market centers use. And what we do is George brings that data in and analyzes it in terms of brand level data. So George, that's what we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, being a large geographical region, when you and I first started talking about this, it was, well, if I look at all of the data just in the state of PA, does that really give me a good picture what's going on in like Bucks County, right? Does that give me a good picture of what's going on just in the city of Philadelphia? So we strategically broke the region into 7 sub regions. And so we go through Delaware, New Jersey, the city of Philadelphia itself, Philadelphia County. Then we go through what we have deemed to be the Philadelphia suburbs, which are the 4 major suburbs kind of to the southwest of Philadelphia. We also look at the Jersey Shore as if it's one category in its own, and the greater Lehigh Valley, and then central PA being everything that's sort of just past that Philadelphia suburbs market. So
Yep.
let's look Delaware.
Let's look at Delaware.
Delaware, we are the first and only brand to even cross the 2,000 unit mark. With that being said, we're nearly at 25 or nearly at 2,600 units sold. So this data pulls strictly from Bright MLS. And Michele, as you look across here, you see some familiar brands across, but there are some brands that are unique to Delaware. Like Patterson Schwartz is simply a brand that I don't see when I'm analyzing the data in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. So
Yep.
tell us a little bit about your competition down there in Delaware.
Well, I think it's across the board. We have a lot of the same competition, and when you look at other slides, George, you'll see there's a Patterson Schwartz type brokerage in other areas as well. I
Yep.
think the most important thing that I want to note is that our Keller Williams offices in Delaware are growing right now. So, in terms of net agent count, we're seeing increases across the board in all of our locations in Delaware. We're also seeing their closed units and closed sales volume have increased year over year. So it's very exciting to see that data. And then when you compare it to the competition, you see the big gap starting to form between our number 2 and number 3 top competitor with where Keller Williams is and how they were positioned. So I think it's just an important thing to note. We've got an amazing group of agents and leaders in Delaware, and they are doing a really good job with staying ahead of the market, knowing how to price homes correctly, George, knowing how to get their buyers in there, and all of those things. That's a lot to do with the education that's happening on the local levels.
This comes out to 10.7 homes sold per day in the state of Delaware. So around 334 a month through the first 8 months. Because this data, guys, if we're talking to you in September, all this data goes through the end of August.
Yep. Very exciting.
All right, next up, New Jersey. We cracked it. Barely, but we cracked it. 7,000 units. 7,000. So my favorite part of this is just looking, and I do the math real quick, and I think to myself, what if we added, what if number 2 and number 3 merged, right? If you add up the number 2 brand and the number 3 brand, that's only 6,640 units. So literally, if number 2 and 3 combined all their numbers together, our agents in New Jersey have outsold that amount, which is, I mean, amazing. We're talking 7,019 units through 8 months comes out to 877 homes a month, roughly 29 a day. And Michele, once you get over 24 in a day, that means that this is one of our areas where we sell more than one home every single hour.
So exciting. It's so exciting. Seeing the market centers in New Jersey crack that 7,000 home mark. And this is, like your point, George, this is only up till August. So it's really exciting to think about where are we going to be when we close the year out.
Yeah.
So checking that out, that number is going to be big, and we're so excited. And congratulations to those agents and market centers. Definitely some market domination happening
Love it.
in New Jersey.
Woo! This one is, every time we look at it, I am absolutely shocked by the fact that we are only talking about 4 counties, right? When we analyze the sub data of the Philadelphia suburbs, we're only talking about Bucks, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery County. And Michelle, just in those 4 counties, we've sold over 10,000 homes so far this year.
George, the way that I think about that, that's 10,237 families that we've helped create or buy a home or move on to the next phase of their life. When you think about the number of people that impacts, right? So if you just said 4 people per home, maybe on average, some higher, some lower, that's over 40,000 people that our agents have impacted with helping them either buy or sell a home. And that gets really exciting to me, George, as somebody who, one of my keywords is impact.
Okay.
That's 40,000 people that have been impacted by our agents being able to help facilitate their home sale in Philadelphia suburbs.
10,237 homes sold in 8 months comes out to 1,279 a month. If we look at it and we say that the average month has 30 days in it, Michelle, we're roughly selling, our agents, right? Not you and me, our agents are roughly selling 42 homes a day. We're getting to the point in the Pennsylvania suburbs where we're averaging nearly 2 per hour.
That's incredible. It's
Crazy.
incredible. Yep.
Now,
Pretty incredible.
for as amazing as those numbers are, look at the separation of this next chart. 6. This is just the city of Philadelphia. 6,091 homes. Number
It's
2, number 3, number 4, you can add them together and you don't hit the market share of number 1.
That's, I mean, the that's the slide, George. This
Mm-hmm.
slide right here, right? When you think about the impact that is being made in the city of Philadelphia and the market share that we have there, we are just dominant. There's no one else that even comes close to the market domination that we have in the city of Philadelphia right now.
I mean, I think about it sometimes just from a straight customer standpoint, right? If I have someone that comes into my world and I'm looking to sell my home and an agent walks in and I say, "How can you, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, how can you specifically help me?" And they literally say, "Look over here. Almost 25% of the yard signs that you see in the area are ours," right?
Nope.
When people think real estate, like this takes you back to the MREA. When they think about real estate, they have to think about you. When they think about real estate in the city of Philadelphia, they think of Keller Williams, which is, I have to say, it's a testament not just to the agent, but to the leadership of all the offices there and surrounding, because that used to be somewhere where we were number 4 or 5 on the list. And so to not just become number 1, but to become an extremely dominant presence takes a lot of work.
Yeah. I think about the value that's being provided for that to be for the number to even exist. There has to be so much value, right? And when I think about the value that the Keller Williams office leaders are providing to their agents, I mean, top-notch training, education, technology, community, all of the things that an agent would need to grow an amazing business is being provided, and it's really, really exciting. So over 6,000, George, again, by the end of August.
The end of August.
Right.
Yes.
So we still have September, October, November, December. We have 4 months to see what happens. And so these numbers are really exciting. Just to kind of foreshadow what may be happening this year.
Now, let's break it down to the vacation home capital of my heart, the Jersey Shore, which was a market that was dominated by one brand for quite a long time, with a secondary brand, honestly, in there pretty strong. And for us to overtake this point, now, this is one, Michelle, where we pull from three completely separate data sources to get this number together. So, at the shore, if anybody's wondering, you have one subset of data that lives in South Jersey Shore MLS, which handles a lot of Atlantic County, New Jersey, and then Atlantic City down through Ocean City. And then everything south of that happens in Cape May County MLS. And so both of those MLSs are accounted for. Plus, we still have agents who place things into the large subsidiary MLS that hangs right next to it of Bright. And so all three data sources get combined to come up with the numbers we're seeing here.
Yep. And over 1,600 homes have been sold on the Jersey Shore, and they're holding strong. Again, they have surpassed the long-standing conglomerate that was there for a long time, and it's really incredible to see it.
I mean, I know we don't have it on the slide here, but one of the craziest things about this is the average price point of these sales is nearly $800,000.
Wow.
The average. So it's amazing to see that many deals done at that size with
At a
one.
luxury level, right?
Right.
At $800,000 price point, that's a luxury level home, and so that means something as well.
Yep. Ooh, this has
So
been a 4-horse race all year, Michelle.
So here's the thing, George. I don't know if everybody saw it, but we did announce that last couple of weeks ago, we welcomed the Adam Flinchball team. I kind of dripped that in our last broadcast. I knew that was coming on.
I did hear that.
So we think, and we were talking about it before the call, that with Adam's team coming over, we have a couple of other teams that have come over to the central PA area that we're going to see this slide completely shift as the production starts getting run under our brand versus the Remax brand. So Adam did come from there. So it's exciting to see this. I mean, in just a couple of months, we should see officially Keller Williams be the #1 brand in Central PA.
Yeah, with that switch in the month of September, and with these numbers being as close as they are through the end of August, like we had talked about a little earlier in the call, that November, December timeframe when the sales start to report in, I'm very much looking to revisiting this and would love to celebrate the year with our Central PA folks at #1. So this is one we will 100% keep an eye out on.
We're watching this one very closely, George. Watching this one very closely. I'd be remiss without saying that, in the suburbs, we did also recruit Grace Ann back. She came back over to Keller Williams. So we've got some movement happening there as well. Some really cool things happening in terms of shifts. So excited to see those agents come on board.
Yeah. And a big, from my end, I always say, I throw a big shout out to the leaders who are investing in this stuff every day, and the people at the York office have been going over and above to really, almost re-energize the entire apparatus there, right? Really blow up the value that they're showing their agents, because that brand has been on fire this year.
Yeah. Ryan and his team are doing an incredible job. It's awesome to see the reinvigoration of culture and education and training and the value. And it's really exciting to see and doing it better than our competitors. I can say that for a matter of fact. So it's very exciting.
Last but not least, the greater Lehigh Valley.
Over 2,000 units. That's
as I
incredible.
have said before, many of our competitors, Michelle, many of them try to shuffle these numbers into what they would call the Philadelphia suburbs, right? But these technically live in their own MLS. The Greater Lehigh Valley Regional MLS provides us data with just happening inside that MLS, and so we felt that it was important to break it out, right? Not lump it in just to make the numbers look even better somewhere else, but to specifically show people, hey, even if you took the Greater Lehigh Valley, I mean, think about this, Michelle. If those numbers, if we did it the same as other brands, and we lumped those numbers in with the suburbs, that would be 12,000 homes sold in just the first 8 months. But
Incredible.
to us, this is its own life, right? Its own area. It's got its own MLS. We try to track the numbers as closely as possible here. So 2,000 units sold in just the first 8 months.
Incredible, George. So happy for that team. They're working really hard. Again, we know the market is tough. We know that there's, that we have to provide value in order for these things to happen, right? Our agents have to be providing value to their clients, and they have to be showing up every day and doing all the things they need to in order for these numbers to even get close to existing. And so we are so fortunate to be in business with the group of agents that we are in, the utmost professionals, and getting up every day to do what they do best, which is serve our clients and help people make a house a home.
And with that being said, we're all wrapped up for this month. Next month, we will officially have the data for Q3, right? So that will give us not just Michelle. At that point, I'm going to probably add in a second set of slides. So one, it's going to be just the month of September on its own just year to date through September, but also like a quarterly tracking of where we've been able to go through Q1, 2, and 3. And looking forward to seeing everybody next month.
Yep, looking forward to it. And if you guys, just to let you know, if you're following us on YouTube, these videos do get uploaded to YouTube. They don't always stay on the face pages and all the things after a while because it's a live video. We're not adding a recording. They only stay up. I think it's for 30 days, George. So
Okay.
if you want to see this video, or if you want to reference back to any of the other videos, go find us on YouTube. All of our market updates are there as well.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the month of October.
Thanks, everybody. See you soon.